Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and I thought I would do a weekend message for the collective. Um, Originally, I was going to just use like these kind of cards because they tend to be less drama filled because they're more just inspirational messages. And then I said, oh, out of curiosity, let me see what will come out here. And again, this would be like a general. Um, what you would like the collective to know, like a message for the collective. And I did 7 cards because, well, seven's my number. So I chose to do 7. And it says, I don't know, it's always some kind of drama here. 7 of Swords was on the bottom, 10 of Wands, it's 5 of Coins. So I said, well, maybe I should have stuck to these. And just kept it, kept it light. But let's see here. As I mentioned, we have 7 of Swords in the reverse. We also have the Hierophant in reverse behind that. 9 of Swords in reverse, 2 of Wands in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse, 8 of Pentacles in reverse, and slow ass shit here. It's just, so I don't know, but a lot of things are falling apart for some people. Or obviously needing to let go of something, situation, thought processes, whatever it may be. Again, 7 of Swords talks about, somebody who can be overly confident, smug, arrogant, thinking they're getting away with shit. You know what I mean? Taking off with whatever they got out of the situation and don't care about what they're leaving behind or how it affected them, or again, or maybe perhaps people are reflecting on this kind of behavior. Again, mocking, deception, betrayal, difficulty trying to get away with something undetected and unnoticed. So again, somebody might be trying to, but it ain't working, or it's something goes awry and secrets are revealed to your embarrassment, again, or to whoever person you're dealing with here or we're dealing with. Again, someone who can be cunning or trying to gain advantage over someone or something. So again, manipulative energy, lies, deception, trying to hide their shit. Oh, I don't know about you all, but I've grown quite weary of human nature. Um, Cheating, again. And it's also talk about, people that try to take the easy path, but it's not always the best one. Trying to make it easy on oneself by putting all of our shit on somebody else, perhaps. But it limits, obviously, your own personal growth because you're not stepping up to the plate for yourself. Tempted to sneak away from that which is not working for you anymore rather than dealing with it. Again, running away from ourselves, running away from responsibilities, running away from accountability. Not a lot of people want to look in that mirror. It's also about caution and to be wary so not to become the victim of someone's deceptions, betrayal, or cheating. So I was telling you, know what you're dealing with. And rose-colored glasses need to come off. Lying to oneself, believing other people's shit, letting situations drag on longer than we know that they should, staying in situations that you're not happy in, especially if you're dealing with people like this, or if you're behaving that way. There's something here, this shit, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta go, man. It's this energy has got to go. I know I don't want it in my life anymore. And I'm not dealing with anybody who's even showing up like this. Soon as I see a red flag, I'm out. Done. I got no patience for this kind of stuff anymore. And if you guys do, I don't know. Um, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And I says, and if someone's behaving this way, you're really needing to wake up and because that karma is going to be a doozy. Um, saying be careful who you trust. It's also needing to trust one's instinct or desire to go it alone. Like I'm fucking out of here. Asserting one's independence. Because this also speaks about strategy. If we're not trying to go on a sneaky tip, strategize and trying to figure out a way how to get out of a situation that is just not working. And again, it could be due to dealing with people like that. Because here we have the star in the reverse. Star's major arcana, you actually have 1, 2, 3 major arcana out of those 7. So, pretty significant signposts here that we're needing to look at, especially during this time of all these planets and transitions and moons and all kinds of stuff going on here, karmic stuff. Again, whatever choices and actions that we're kind of creating for ourselves now, it's like, if it's bad, Saturn is going to show that right away, and if it's good, you'll get blessings from Jupiter. So it's about, choosing wisely for ourselves, putting the work and effort into ourselves, moving on and moving forward from limiting things, negative self-talk, shady ass people, or not being a shady ass person. Star talks about lack of faith, despair, discouragement, spiritual mission that's disordered. It's also about despair and discouragement, dwelling on negative issues, conceded defeat, feeling like you want to give up, a need to work past these issues. It's also feeling disengaged and uninspired, not feeling connected, and needing to move on. That's why it says, I am so myself. I am ready to move the hell on. It's telling you to look for a sign. Because you seem to be having a loss of faith, so you're looking for a sign, I should say. It's also about a test of faith. And again, when you're all in knee deep in the shit, that's when you're being tested, And when you've conceded defeat, or when you're feeling all in the lowest, or feeling betrayed, or lied to, or hurt, or feeling like we can't get out of situations, or feeling regrets because we try to get away with shit and we know we're behaving this way, or whatever it is, it's like, it's a trying time that brings about an awakening or a transformation. So like I said, whatever it is that you're going through, whatever things that you're pondering over here with the Hermit, it's for a reason, the reflective stuff, but it's not a place to dwell in. It's not a place to stay in. It's about living, learning, acceptance, the last stage of grief, and release. We got some burdens we're carrying here. We're refusing to see something. We're blocking ourselves, or somebody's blocking something. Here we have the High Priestess in reverse. So 2 major arcana in a row. Hidden agendas or not listening to our inner voice. Again, watch out for people with hidden agendas. Or if we're a person who has hidden agendas, cut that shit out. Important answers that lie within, seek them. A need to reflect and meditate. Lost focus of your own needs. So again, if you focus too much on some asshole from the past, we're needing to, get the wisdom and keep it moving. letting someone else steal your peace, your joy, your happiness, your time. As my son said to me once, he was like, that person doesn't deserve to occupy time in your head. And they agree. So again, if we're being stuck on somebody else, wishing, hoping, and dreaming people are going to change or whatever it is, sometimes again people are who they are, and need to stop trying to paint them in different colors. Um, need to take time out for you, repress feelings, over reliance or on opinions of others, excessive need for approval or validation. So again, if you're one of those codependents who are looking to heal somebody who can't be healed or who needs to be healed themselves, or feeling like you need someone to validate your worth by coming back, again, sometimes some people deserve to stay the hell gone. Let somebody be somebody else's headache or problem, especially if they're acting like that. Don't fool yourself. So a lot of you might have been dealing with narcissists, and let me tell you, don't give them the sweat off your ass. You know what I'm saying? You don't need no one else to validate you. You validate you. You know? Especially the opinion of somebody who's can't even validate, he needs other people to validate themselves. You know what I'm saying? Gaining occult knowledge on a superficial level without the comprehension of its true significance. This is again trying to separate the earthly from the spiritual, and it's tough because you are human and you are going through stuff here. You feel it on the 3D, and what's going on in the ethers. You're not understanding the bigger picture. And I speak even as far as myself with what they constantly tell me. I told you I sit here and I argue with my guides, and they come out, those cards come out like ninja stars because they get frustrated because they know more than us here. And they're trying to help you to acknowledge things, but don't let it define you. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it hold you back. Don't place all of your power and your worth and your time and your energy into a person, especially if that person is not giving that to you. It's about recognizing your own worth and value and not letting someone else steal your peace. Not letting someone else, again, define you or hold you back or be a burden on you, or you doing it to yourself with the stinking thinking, shoulda, woulda, couldas, or clinging on to, again, people that need to be gone. You should be glad that they're gone. Ignoring truths. A need to follow one's intuition. This is about secrets coming out. Fears of secrets coming out, fears of admitting to truths. Again, it's like Five of Pentacles. Fives talk about change. We got two people that are feeling left out in the cold, even though hope is and help is available inside. This one, he is being dragged through the mud with this person, sticking it out. But again, sometimes these people put you through that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're left all worn and beaten down. Financial strife, feeling left out in the cold again, adversity, illness, unemployment, solitude. It's also about greed due to, having a lot, there's loss and anxiety. Possessiveness. By focusing on the material, you lose sight of your spiritual development. Earthly rich, spiritually poor. Or again, in regards to all of these cards, it's again not recognizing the spiritual meaning for a lot of stuff. It says we're creatures of habit, or we love to be nostalgic or cling on to things, because it's just what you do. depending on your wounding too. And sometimes, again, it's if you've been doing it for too long, the universe wants to see you kind of move out of that. Um, Again, gaining the spiritual knowledge, understanding that if you got out of a situation or whatever, especially dealing with people like this, then you won. Spiritually, you won. You may not feel like it on the earthly realm, but you won spiritually. Now you just have to, see that. It's also being excluded, ostracized, or in need of support and comfort. Again, feeling abandoned and unwanted, feeling alone, low self-esteem, worth, financial karma, financial problems. Um, just always a joy. Ten of Wands too, oh, and we're burdened, too overburdened, struggling to bring fruits of our labors. It's also completion of a cycle because it's a 10. Or we're nearing the end, or we should be looking to end something, especially something that leaves you feeling like this, or has you, finances. As I understand, shit sucks. Period after struggle, reaping the rewards after hard work and effort. So again, it's just to kind of keep hope alive, keep moving forward. Your day will come. Fulfilled creative venture. So for some, your help with getting out of financial whatever strife, and what will lead you to your hopes and wishes and dreams of a better whatever, we need to use our intuition as far as the guidance we've been getting, strategize on how to get out of our own way, and perhaps something creative is going to help you step into your destiny. A lot of you have callings to do something that you haven't been really putting the effort into doing that could change your situation. Weighing oneself down, too many responsibilities, oppressed, strained. Some people might need to move. Some people don't have the money to move, or somebody got kicked out maybe because we got the Hierophant in reverse. Again, maybe someone found out somebody was cheating or lying, or somebody's trying to get out of a marriage, but they got financial issues here. They have to move. That's all kinds of drama. Um, It's also being aware that we need to carry on with responsibilities to ensure ongoing success, but feeling like it might become too much to bear. It's also about clearing out, moving, traveling, clearing out. And then we have here Six of Pentacles in reverse. So obviously one-sided shit, debt, again, financial problems. As I said, I feel you. Debt, selfishness, one-sided charity. And somebody was given more than they were getting, or taking more than they were given, or one-way streets, no payback. Maybe again, no financial balance in our life. Yeah, feeling burdened, overworking, perhaps trying to make finances come together. We need to be aware again of debt or get-rich-quick schemes. So watch out. Somebody might come around trying and end up jacking you up financially. It might be unwise investments. Use one's intuition. Or again, no equal give and takes in relationships. Feeling burdened, feeling left out in the cold. Again, maybe still waiting for some Slim Shady over here. Eight of Wands. This is another card of movement. As I said, some people might need to move and be quick. Quick moves, trying to get out of Dodge quick from one situation to another. Again, change, movement, travel. Struggles of the Seven of Wands is cleared, and you now have the freedom to move forward. Oh, you have here a 10 of Wands. So we go from a 10 to an 8. Um, movement that propels you forward to reach your goals. Enthusiasm, energy, focus. The 8s, it's about challenging through things with raw energy. Again, aggressive. It's supposed to be the, what do you call them? The Cupid's arrows, they like to call that. You know. Um, so again, someone might be trying, I don't know, someone's looking to communicate with somebody, release their burdens, talk about how they feel left out in the cold, making confessions in regards to past shady behavior or current shady behavior, you know, feel like they want to release this burden, or they're still trying to hide some shit. Or again, it could be about movement, but there is definitely some financial something or emotional poverty, spiritual, financial, and emotional. Looking to accomplish something in a short amount of time. Again, something quick. This is a watch out, because air travel, you know. On the downside, this could be about haste, rapid advancement, which may result in the wrong decisions being made. It's a need to be mindful not to rush into things without a clear plan of where you're heading. And then lastly, we have the Hermit. Now, the Hermit, another major arcana, speaks about achievement, growth, and accomplishment of attaining a spiritual pinnacle and ready to share knowledge with others. So again, if somebody's been reflecting on some things, perhaps, and the Hermit is looking into the Eight of Wands. So again, communication. Someone might be coming to see someone in order to have a conversation, and it might come out of nowhere quickly. But perhaps there's some fear involved that someone won't be receptive. Path of initiation, again, wisdom, power, authority, able to see, able to use isolation and knowledge gained as a tool towards enlightenment. Spiritual attainment. It's also the sign of Virgo. That's another 9, speaks about accomplishments. So again, reaching some kind of awareness here, searching for truth and the attainment of goals and wisdom. So again, either there's a need to look, a need to communicate, or a need to release something that's leaving you, whatever, figuring out one's path, seeing the truth in situations, being honest with ourselves and others if need be. And also use your wisdom in regards to any fast communication that you might get, because again, not everybody is on the truth tip. Some people still looking to serve their own interests. What other message do you have for, oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Let me see if we can get, let's see if we can get a clarifier. Why the star in reverse? Why the star in reverse? Why the star in reverse? Gran Consolación and La Alegría. So this is, again, someone sitting around in their thoughts. Kind of reminds me of like Seven of Cups, you know, which is the right choice, or sitting there daydreaming about, you know, what they wish they had, waiting around for so long to get something that they want. La Alegria speaks about celebrations, happiness, you know, reuniting with people, having a grand old time. Sometimes it's overindulgence as well. Um, so again, perhaps it's sitting around wishing, hoping, and dreaming, or you know that somehow we're gonna get what we want after waiting for it for so long, or wondering if we can have it. You know, returning to happier times, reuniting with some people. Right? Why the High Priestess reversed? La Regrezza and Speranza. So Speranza speaks about having hope, you know, persevering. La Regrezza is about lightfulness, tact, irritability. It's also communication. So it's also about change. Um, So again, I don't know if we're wishing, hoping, and waiting, and dreaming for something to change, someone to change, or hoping to get some kind of communication or information that will change things, or hoping that if we deliver this, it will change things. If we reveal some secrets here. Why the Five of Pentacles? Why the Five of Pentacles? Melancholia. Yeah. Depression. You know. Oh, depression, sadness, and this is, and in the reverse, it's even more so. So this is, there's somebody feeling really bad here. Here's Five of Pentacles. Mercante could be someone who's at a distance. Mercante is the merchant, is someone who deals with negotiations, you know, again, it kind of reminds, and you know, it can be somebody who is a little bit on the shady side. Usually that's more in reverse, but I mean, just like the upright of this, it doesn't matter. It's still somebody who does shady dealings. Um, so again, either we were on the receiving end of this, or somebody's having some kind of regrets about things that they've done. Or again, we were dealing with somebody that was shady, that played us, and we're needing to, again, you keep, you know, it depends on your situation here. It depends on your situation and what you're dealing with. Change is difficult. How hard is it for you to change, right? Just drop a habit or whatever it may be. So, and depending on your age, sometimes people are set in their ways, and it's going to be very hard for people to change, and some people will never change. It's hard to tell. It depends again on who you're dealing with and how aware they are of their own shit, and how much they're willing to put in the work into changing themselves. Because you can't change people, and you can't wait for people to change. You have to sometimes accept it is what it is, and if it's something's going to be different, then it'll be different. But sometimes we need to again see things for what it is now, um, and not keep yourself stuck. Again, why melancholia mercante? So, Speedy, yeah, regrets. Longings, regrets, again, somebody who could be at a distance. I almost feel like I want to cry right now. I feel a heartbreak, for sure. It feels very heavy for me. Usually, I mean, it's rare that I feel like it'll bring me to the verge of tears, but I do feel a sense of loss, regret here, longing, distance. Thinking about the past a lot, and the feeling of being very separate, but wishing that they weren't. And I don't know if this is you or somebody that you were dealing with, or this is spirit just saying in general, this is what people are feeling. Why the Ten of Wands? Denari, money, again, money issues, something of value. This is also something not yet known. It stands for something not yet known. And then we have Lanemica, which is the female foe. So again, it could be, if there's somebody who's having regrets about something, it's like they want to come back around because they're really feeling the loss here. Militari speaks about challenging things, difficulties, again, strategy. Um, and female foe, there is a male version in here as well. But, obviously there was deception here. And it could have been rooted around, again, relationship stuff, financial, using people for means to an ends kind of thing. Like, and I think that somebody's doing a lot of reflecting, whether that's the person who was on the receiving end of this or the one who did the do. But for some people, I think that they feel, again, perhaps a lack of faith, a lack of hope that somebody would want them back if this is the person who did the do. Because they feel like there'd just be a lot up against them to try to rectify a situation. But again, like I said, some people might not be completely changed. Some people might just feel like, one choice was worse than the other, but they would still show up the same way. Like I said, it's hard to tell, if people are sorry for how they treated you, or if they're just feeling sorry for themselves because they're in a situation where it's worse off than where they were. It depends. Like I says, and maybe people know that somebody's got their number and they can't come in shady anymore, and they kind of got nowhere else to go to, and their current situation is jacked up. Like I says, if we're dealing with narcissistic types, believe me, the only people they feel sorry for is themselves. So I try to, with these cards, give all kinds of scenarios, because again, this is general. We're dealing with all kinds of things, and it's hard to tell people's true motives and intentions. This isn't a personal thing here. Um, And here it says, and a lot of people might be, facing a situation where they're getting their marriage is ending. Some masculines who are in karmic situations and they're unsure about where they're going. So some might be trying to come back around to old situations, whether or not it's because they've really learned and have regrets, or whether they just, it's like the last resort choice. It says, who's to tell? Like it says, people's motives and intentions here. Um, Six of Pentacles reverse. Why is the Six of Pentacles reverse? Why is the Six of Pentacles reversed? We have La Reunion and Fortuna. So she talks about reuniting with people. Relationships, Fortuna talks about good fortune, or hoping there to be good fortune. Almost like reminds me of almost like the Wheel of Fortune too. But because I didn't shuffle these so they can come out upwards or reversed, I didn't. So and these cards have different meanings in the upright and in the reverse. Even though this one came out in the reverse, Spirit has a way of flipping things, I guess. But this is obviously one-sided relationships. So I don't know if, again, someone's having regrets and someone's wanting to reunite with somebody. Someone's wanting to turn things around because they know that there's been unequal treatment here. But again, they might feel like they're up against something to prove themselves. Especially, I don't know how long people have been separated for, if this is something that's been dragged out for a long time, which could be the case. Or again, this is just somebody wishing that somebody might have ill feelings towards someone that they were dealing with and don't see your future, feel like look like something's a burden. And they don't know if they can deal with the unknown. They don't want to be in regrets, making wrong choices, dealing with wrong people. Maybe they're wanting something, a relationship that has equal give and take, something that's better. Maybe they're trying to keep hope alive for that. Try to keep it light. Stop sitting around waiting for, again, it could be read all kinds of ways. What is the Eight of Wands here? I know people just want to be happy. Nobody wants to be lied to or cheated on. No one wants to feel left out in the cold or burdened. People just want some goddamn peace. I know I do. Eight of Wands. Why the Eight of Wands? This reading is turning out longer than I thought. Why the Eight of Wands? Whoops. Conversation, again, conversation, stanza. This is, some secrets coming out. You see how the room is a bit disheveled. So there's some things wants to be revealed. We have Viaggio, which is about the travel, again, visiting, right? Letterato is the guy who's, trying to discover a way how to maybe come and see someone, to have a conversation with them, to show them that they've changed. They're the message from a distance here. So again, someone's either we're receiving this message from someone and they're relaying these things to us, or you're the person who's wanting to communicate. You're on the regret side. I guess and the Hermit is looking into this. So either people are trying to figure out a way how to, again, make this happen, if you're the one looking to make those first moves, or this is someone who's on the receiving end looking at what's coming in. Now, on Sunday is the 11th of November, so it would make it, and then 2018 comes out to 11, so it's 11/11/11. So that day is supposed to be of some kind of significance too, spiritually. And this is the weekend message. So I don't know if we're dealing with situations here, soulmates, twin flames, what have you. And again, people are looking for another go around. But again, know what you're dealing with. Why the Hermit? Why the Hermit? Bambino, new beginning. Fidelity, loyalty, friendship, faithfulness, loyalty. Did I already say that? I don't think I did. But again, either somebody is trying to prove that they can be this, or we're questioning if someone can become this. Faithful, loyal, dependable, someone you can trust. Right? And this could be, again, romantic or whatever, someone, definitely soulmate here. And soulmates can, again, be friends, family members, hell, they can even be your pets. But, you know, there's definitely some kind of energy here in regards to that. Bambino, La Fidelta, we have Prigioni, which is almost reminds me of like the Eight of Swords, or feeling trapped or stuck, especially in one's thoughts. And that's why we're trying to go within and figure stuff out. We have Immanuel, which is about marriage, union, strong bonds. Again, soulmate, twin flame, could also, again, be marriage. Did I say that already? I don't know. Consolante sorpresa, which is the consolation prize, or things not turning out the way that you'd hoped. Again, this could be people in their current situations. This could be the masculine in his current situation, feeling stuck and stagnant, and in situations didn't bring him any happiness. And he's wondering, you know, again, what he's doing, where he's been, where he's going, what he's done. Or again, this is an unexpected surprise as well. So again, maybe people are wondering, you know, if they show up unexpectedly, how that will be received. Maybe they're worried about it. Again, dispiacere. Or this is, again, somebody feeling like they can't move on. This could also be just mentally, you know, saying that they've looked within and they want a new beginning. They want to prove that they're loyal, you know, maybe they've been stuck in a marriage, you know, maybe that's part of the confession that's going to come out, that people were married, especially some masculines who might have been at a distance, different country. You'd have to marry somebody to stay in a different country, right? But maybe they're sad if some things didn't work out. Like I said, watch out for people might be just feeling sorry for themselves. Take things slow. You use caution, but somebody is obviously having some regrets about choices that they've made. And you know, it's crossroads time. Judgment Day. Judgment Day is upon us. By the Seven of Swords. Curious to see the Seven of Swords. Foolish choices, right? Bad choices. People made bad choices, and maybe they're trying to, you know, get out of their bad choice. It's also about taking risks, risky behavior. Don't do anything that seems, you know, dealing with people that are, it'll be risky dealing with them again. So it depends on what you're dealing with here. Love, disperato por jealousía. So this is feeling despair, distraught, feeling like we made wrong choices in regards to love, bad choices, or fear of making wrong choices in love. Um, there's some drama. We have the male lover here. Oy. Um, what reality checks do people need for the weekend? I think this is the card that came out. Kick their lying, cheating, sneaky ass to the curb. Enough said. Well, let's see what falls out. I'm gonna redo this deck where I have the other side be a different color, just in case. I think it'll make it easier. And I'm also gonna have these up for sale. I'm gonna do a Kickstarter, so look out for that. But anyway, what is the reality check that people need this weekend? This is the reality. Sometimes we refuse to see how bad something is until it completely destroys us. Never tolerate or make excuses for another's mistreatment of you. Never ignore your pain and use the excuse, but I love them, to stay in a situation that is toxic. Ask yourself, do I feel loved? Am I loving myself by allowing this? There is a lesson to be learned in your situation, and it's about boundaries, self-worth, self-love, and self-respect. Now, this again falls on both sides of the coin, right? If you're dealing with somebody who's like that and you're putting up with it and all this, or you're still waiting around for it, again, it's sometimes we need to take those rose-colored glasses off, see shit for how it is, as it's completely destroyed you, or before it does. um, be honest with yourself about what real love looks like and what bullshit looks like. And this is also if you're on the shady side, you know mistreating other people, using people as means to an end, finding, making excuses for your own bad behavior, knowing that it's toxic, you're in karmic cycles, again, refusing to see the truth yourself, lying to yourself. Are you loving yourself by being that way? Are you loving the person that you with by being with them only because of what they can provide for you? And if you're lying and cheating and sneaking, it's like there's a lesson to be learned here, and at the end of the day, it's always about self-love and self-respect and self-worth, about having boundaries and trespassing against others, again, of the energy that we bring and the energy that we allow. Is it genuine? Is it real? Or is it on some bullshit? This is, and sometimes, again, people refuse to even acknowledge their own shit. If they're the doer of the do or on the receiving end of it, of allowing it, until it gets so bad. But again, that's the tower. That's the universe saying, okay, we've given you enough chances to wake up. Now we're gonna wake you up. We're gonna create a situation so painful, so in your face, that you have to see the truth. And you have to make a choice of what you're gonna do. Step up or fall back into the same old thing, and the universe will let you do it until the day you leave this world. Again, free will choices, but you're creating your destiny by each choice that you make. And if it isn't coming from a place of truth and integrity, we reap what we sow. And I found a lot of people are figuring that out. What are the reality checks that people need? Be positive, optimistic, and confident. What you put out, you get back. The law of attraction works in your favor when your intentions are pure. Your belief in yourself is strong and you are in a state of gratitude. Lack attracts more lack, but being grateful for what you already have allows for more things to be grateful for. Be open to meeting someone new. Whether it's meeting a new person or seeing someone in a new light, be open. Check the surrounding cards for clarification. So again, for some, it is about, I need to keep it moving. Or, it's somebody's learned a lesson and they're going to come back to try to show you that they've changed and that they want to put in the work. And obviously we're having to heal and let go of the past, not in a dumb way, not keep taking someone back who's a serial offender. Again, know what you're dealing with here, but use it. If the conversation is going to be had, see how people show up, see how you feel, use your intuition, and make a sound choice in regards to the path that you're going to walk, because it's going to affect you here, obviously. And if it's about forgiveness, if it's about new chances, right? Try to both people be positive and optimistic and confident that you can work together, right? Because if you're kicking out the positive, that's what will come. If we're still in doubts and fears and negative stuff, we'll just create that. But for some, again, it might be somebody new or seeing someone in a different way who's had their tower moment now and is going through their stuff. What other reality check? You cannot heal, save, or change anyone but yourself. Don't take on another's karma or their need for self-healing. These things must come from within. Watch out for codependency. So this is, again, with a lot of feminines, dealing with this shit. Making yourself small, building someone else up, tolerating people, enabling people in their karma, out of fear. It's just, staying in unhappy situations. And once you close that door, once you walked away, perhaps it forced someone else to finally look at themselves. Because again, people have to heal on their own. It has to come from within. And again, some people might be having their tower moment and really seeing themselves for how they've been. So again, you can't do that for them. People have to do their own work. And realizing that. And for those people that need to cut someone loose who is perhaps a narcissist or perhaps who is never going to change, again, knowing that you can't heal or save or change anybody but you. And that's what you need to do if you're left in a state where you're always being treated like shit, feeling destroyed, What other reality check do people need for the weekend? This one wanted to flip. Don't be a hot mess. Get it together. Heal thyself. Do what you got to do. Get control of yourself and your life. What other reality check do people need for the weekend? What other reality check people need for the weekend? Crap. Hold on. Yay, new love is on the way. Either a completely new person is coming into your life with the potential for romance and love, or a rekindling or deepening of an existing relationship is unfolding. Ugh. If everywhere you go there's a problem, guess what? I'm sure you've heard the saying, no matter where you go, there you are. This is the truth. You can't run from yourself. Something within you needs to be addressed. It's time to acknowledge repetitive patterns, toxic behaviors, etc. that's causing problems in your life and perhaps in the lives of others. So again, if you're a person that needs to see somebody for who they were and keep it moving, recognizing our own role in attracting these types, putting up with these types, staying in relationships with these types, and what is it within you? Self-love, self-respect, boundaries, not loving yourself more than you love you, not letting somebody leaving you all jacked up, right? Prioritizing yourself. Or this is, again, somebody who's realized the error of their ways and how they've been. And they realize that no matter where they go, there they are. Whether they were with you or in the karmic situation or thinking about all their past relationships. They're starting to see the problem is them. Especially if they're lying and cheating and using people as means to an end and treating people like shit. You know what I'm saying? What other reality check do people need for the weekends? Obsession isn't just a cologne. Give it a rest. Sheesh. That's what we have here. Disperata per jealousy. Ruminating thoughts. Dispiacere. Being all, again, that's what they're saying. Try to be optimistic and confident. Law of attraction. Don't sit in the woes or the anxiety or the stress or the anger or the resentment or the whatever it is, you know. Let it go so that new things can unfold for you. Clinging, ruminating thoughts, chasing that which constantly eludes us, or overinvesting in something or someone that offers nothing and no return. Toxic behaviors, addictions to people, situation, or ways of being could also be a sign of codependency. So again, being addicted to our own bullshit. But obviously, they're trying to say, free thyself from the burdens. Let's get some positive things. What other message you have for the people for the weekend here? What other message? Chakra clearing. Archangel Metatron, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Teaching and learning. Archangel Zadkiel, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. It's also about, teaching and learning in these soulmate relationships. You're there to teach and learn from each other, to wake each other up. These relationships can be beautiful and they can also be shit. I don't romanticize it. Again, it depends on the people that are involved. For many, these are about connections that you have to trigger things in with you that are ugly, that are hidden, that are wounding, that are hurtful, and they're about lessons. So in that sense, try to have gratitude that they came in and they did their job, even if they were the asshole. If they caused you to wake up, that was the agreement. And again, reason, season, lifetime, people. But this is also, again, not holding on to things because we all play our own roles. And it's about accepting that and releasing, living and learning, teaching and learning, and perhaps helping others the way that I do. As I've said, been there, done that, got t-shirt. And they want you to, again, clear it out. Clear it out. Let it go. Let it go and let it flow. What other, let's use from here. What other message you have for people this weekend, Spirit? What other message do you have for people this weekend? Self-respect. I honor and love myself through my healthful actions. Healthful as in healthy mind, body, spirit. If we live a life of being shady, it can't be so good for your health. If you live a life of dealing with the unhappiness from people that are shady, it can't be good for your health. Self-love, self-respect. Again, always, first and foremost. Again, in regards to the energy we bring and the energy we allow. Blessings. Today I count my blessings small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come to me from God. So again, this is about whatever's coming around. There's a spiritual meaning for it. So could it be a blessing? Could it be Jupiter? For learning the lesson about self-respect. Your blessing is coming in. Have hope. I trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans in store for me. And if people want a romance, damn, I didn't even ask the question. You see that shit? I didn't even ask. That thing just flew out. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Talk about chakra clearing, letting go, releasing. Something's gotta, again, releasing the extra shit that you carry within you. Again, toxic behavior patterns, stinking thinking, ways of being, or whatever it is that's been holding you back, let it go. If we need to let go of a toxic person who's not showing you any kind of nothing, let it go. Someone new is coming in. You're blocking your blessings. Or if people are going to maybe work things out, it's about, again, releasing the past, living and learning, putting in the work and effort. But again, it depends on what you're dealing with here. What other advice do you have for people? Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. For some, maybe. That's why it's time to release it. Right? Or in order to help release the past and work things out. You know, some people, again, we got retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Some people might be trying to work on this, knowing that in order for things to work, they're going to have to release the past and have requited love. Maybe they need to spend some time together. Maybe somebody's hoping to do that in order to change things around, to release the past when they weren't showing love, to show you again that they've changed. Jeez Louise. And we have here, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So that might be what some are trying to do. Right? Or this is telling you to, you know, love yourself. Release this situation, this person. It's not, it's one-sided. You know? What other advice do you have for people this weekend? One last card. Oh, jeez. We have here, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you. We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. And then we have, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Now, again, very soon, quick communication is going to come in. Someone wanting a new beginning. Could be, again, this kind of reminds me of Six of Cups. Again, soulmate energy. A soulmate's coming back around. And it could be the one. Or they're going to tell you that they feel that you're the one, again, coming in, trying to show that they want to be with you or something. Or they're telling you to do that if you're the one trying to come back in. But again, this is general, so I don't want people saying, well, I did what the card said and whatever. So, well, it wasn't a personal reading. Maybe it would have showed that the person on this side doesn't want you back, or that wasn't the case for you. So it's, again, take what resonates, hope for the best, and know, you'll know what's in your best interest. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, my lovelies, it was a much longer reading than I had planned, but I hope it was giving you something. And until the next time, my dears, take care. Bye-bye.